The Horrible Gamers podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Horrible Gamers Podcast, show number 186, being recorded on January the 13th, 2018. I'm one of your hosts, Jesus Gonzalez, also known as Jesus Walks Live. Today I'm joined by the crew of HGP, starting off north of the wall, the Canadian Ryan Gibson is back. Gib 8777777777777.
What's going on, everybody? Another episode of Horrible Gamers. Let's do this.
Welcome back, Canadian, and also from the West Coast, the best coast, Gunny Chief. Henley Merrill is back. Welcome back, Henley.
Yo, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, guys.
Guten Tag.
¿Cómo está?
For our German listeners. For our Mexican and South American listeners.
Bonjour.
There we go. For our French listeners.
An umbrita.
Whatever the fuck that is.
I don't know what that is.
Guys,
you got me there, Gunny.
Welcome to the show. This is the Horrible Gamers Podcast. Please, real quick, if you haven't done so, take a moment to subscribe to the show on iTunes or Stitcher or wherever you're listening from. And go check out other shows at Hush Your Face Network and join our Facebook group, Horrible Gamers Podcast Community. You can also email us at feedback@horriblegamers.com. And that's it. Guys, I'm here to talk about video games this week. I played games. Y'all played games. Everybody played games. After last week's super long fucking 6-hour fucking mayhem of Game of the Year, the clock has reset. We're back to playing games normally. Guys, I played a game this week. But the thing is, the only game that I played this week, besides a little bit of Titanfall and a little bit of like Star Wars.
I wonder which game this could be.
And the only reason you played those games because the game that you've been playing all freaking week, the servers went down.
PUBG, guys.
Actually, I don't know. I think Xbox Live broke because everything wasn't working except for Titanfall.
That was so
I wasn't
weird.
getting any notifications or anything like that, so that definitely had to be Xbox Live.
There was something wrong. Even though when you went to Xbox Live like .com for the server status or whatever, it was like everything's green. We're good. I was like, yeah, you're full of shit, Xbox. Weird. You're full of shit, Xbox. But guys, I played PUBG this week, a whole shit ton of PUBG. I actually was playing with Wingman the other day, squads with him and Lowland Orphan, and we got a chicken dinner. Wingman got the last kill of the match. It was fucking incredible, man. Like, oh, so good. It felt good. It's like, I'm back. Yeah. You feel good when you get a win in that game, man. Like, it has to be one of the best feelings out of any game when you get a win in that game. Like, seriously, like, there's other games that I play, and I win, and I'm like, okay, we won. Cool. But, like, you win in PUBG, you're like, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Yes. You won. You know, you feel so good about yourself. Yeah. It's amazing. It's a great accomplishment to beat 100 people in that game. Because it's not easy, especially with the circle closing in. You got so many things that can mess your game up. You know? So many things. You can get ran over by a car. You can blow yourself up. You can get shot by friendly fire. Anything could happen in that game where you just die. You know, like for some dumb reason. And to make it to the end and actually survive and kill everybody else is pretty incredible.
It is.
And then on the other hand, sometimes stupid shit happens, like somebody flips the car upside down while they're running through past the blue wall, trying to get to the other side of the blue wall. And then as everybody's running still, because we all got out of the car, everybody dies except for the one guy that flipped the car. And he decides to run along behind and shoot everybody dead.
I'm sorry.
So they can't get up.
Sacrifice, guys.
And they kept going.
Wanted that chicken dinner all to himself.
No, it would have been
So
for the
greedy.
team. It would have been for the team.
No, it was fucking funny though. Yeah, it was like, because I was running up to the top. I'm like, guys, I'm gonna die soon. I'm just gonna lay down and die. And at the top of the hill, and I get to the top of the hill, and I laid down, and I died. And then Jesus came up and shot me in the head.
Yeah,
Same here.
Yeah, I was worried about flipping that car over because as we were driving, I was like, should I go over this hill? I know I have to go over the hill. Should I go over the hill or around the hill? And I took a chance. I thought I could handle the car going over the hill. Obviously, I couldn't. We were going too fast. The car flipped on its side. It was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad, man. It was bad.
Died in the blue zone.
Yeah, that was horrible. But stuff like that makes the game. Stuff like that makes the game so much fun, though. Sometimes.
Yeah, stupid stories you get out of it. Right?
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. PUBG is really all I played this week. I haven't really touched my Switch this week at all. Nope, I haven't. It's been PUBG, a little bit of Star Wars today, some Titanfall, which that game is just so much fun, dude. Like,
Yeah, we were having a good time.
that game is good.
I don't normally care for like that kind of multiplayer. Like I usually play the Frontier Defense, and we were playing Attrition, and I normally don't play that, and I was actually not doing too bad for some of it.
It was pretty good. It's fun. I mean, but then you get in there with some teams that are just like all they do is play Titanfall or something, and they're really good. So
Those are probably the only two modes that I play is Attrition and the Frontier Defense.
Yeah, those modes are fun. They're fun. But yeah, guys, besides that, nothing else really this week. I mean, yeah, that's it. That's it for me. What about you, Gunny?
Jeez. Well, I played a few games this week. Today I fired back up AC Origins, and level 32, I feel like the story's wrapping up. I think I just have 2 bosses left to kill, because it kind of shows you in that screen. I think all the way to the right. There's like the Scorpion, and then there's another, I guess like a final boss. So, yeah, Cleopatra, she's on the throne now. So, spoiler alert for that. And yeah, the story it's a bit of a twist as far as like, kind of after that happens, and a lot of cutscenes. Yeah, there's, I don't know like what level I have to be to finish the game. So if I have to go up a couple more,
it doesn't matter what level you are to finish the game. You just finish it. I mean,
yeah, because
I'm like level 35, and and I already beat the game. So yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I think 31, 32. And so the other enemies, because it kind of keeps you in that mission, it's a little bit linear at that point. I think they're right at that level. So you're probably right. I just need to, just kind of follow that main storyline. So yeah, I don't have to grind anymore, which is good. Played that. Also played Thumper. I didn't have the audio on, so I assume it's like some kind of music game.
Yeah,
you might feel like Guitar Hero in a way.
Part of it, because you're going to the beat. You have to like move to the beat and stuff.
Well, it shows you on the screen like kind of when you have to press A or left trigger or whatever it is.
Hearing the music would help dramatically in that game.
I think I was lazy. I didn't want to get up and turn the soundbar on, or because that's what I play through my PC. And so I was just kind of going through and like, like it just kind of like, because you're on rails, and then you can actually, I was playing with a controller. Yeah. And it's like left stick or right stick, and press A to turn, and you can turn different directions. And again, you're pressing A at the same time to kind of stay with the beat.
Yeah.
That's
where did you play that on? PC or on?
Yeah, on Steam. Yeah, PC. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, next time I'll definitely turn the soundbar on. It's probably got a good soundtrack to it, I'm sure. But yeah, that game looks very colorful. It's gosh, what would you call that kind of game, Ryan? just a music game of some sort?
A rhythm game, I think.
Yeah, rhythm game. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, it's pretty for sure. So, how far did you play that?
No, I've never played it.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's on consoles as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's on PS4 and Xbox.
Okay.
And I think it's on the Switch too.
Yeah, it's cool.
I think that would be a fun game on the Switch.
Yeah. So it's got like this like speed up function too. I noticed, I think for like, it would say be right trigger. I don't know how that functions as far as like, could you have to get to the end faster? Do you get a better score?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Not sure how that works. So, yeah, but I'll play more of that this week. Played PUBG along with you guys. Played with a few other people from the community.
PUBG is good, man.
Yeah,
it's night and day from when the game first released to now. Like those updates have really helped it significantly because, man, the game looks so much better now. It runs so much better. The rubber banding is still there, but way less than it was just like 2 days ago. I don't know what they did to the game, but it's
definitely been cleaned up.
Almost nearly gone. Yeah. It's kind of crazy.
And I got my first. So if you go to the Game Hub and I look at my stats, it shows that I have 2 wins, two squad wins. So that first one was with you, Jesus, but that was kind of like my fucking game crashed. Yeah. So I never got to take a screenshot. I was never able to record that to kind of even like, bask in the glory of watching that game clip. But the second one I got was with a guy at work. Mm-hmm. Because we added each other on Xbox Live, and then we played that day, and he's like, yeah, I'm pretty good at this game. And then him and his other friend, they died, and I was like, so I was the last one left, man, and I was my freaking hands were shaking and heart was beating. Oh man, it was super intense, and I was hiding behind a tree, and I was throwing grenades at the guy, the last guy that was on left, and the circle was really small.
Yeah.
And then he goes, I think it looks like you just have a smoke bomb left or whatever. And I knew where he was, and I'm like, I was laying down. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to throw the smoke bomb. So I threw it at him, and then my buddies kind of laughed, and I'm like, well, okay, I've got plenty of ammo in my Uzi and whatever other rifle I had. Mm-hmm. And he goes, dude, that was smart. He goes, he doesn't see you. So I fucking just peeked around the tree and just took him out. And yeah, man. Yeah, I was jumping for joy. It was such a great feeling. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's kind of neat how like your other teammates can have like 10 kills in the game, and here you are with you're the last fucking person standing with 1 kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing. It's just, yeah. It's like, how does that happen? Yeah.
Yeah, the game is like that, man. The game is designed to be like that. You can literally get no kills and just kill the last person and you'll win.
Yeah, it's something. I noticed, just kind of don't go to the middle of the circle. That's a good way to get killed really fast.
Yeah.
Just stay on the outside of it, and just kind of learning how to stay just on the outside or just on the inside of it. That's a task in itself, because as that thing gets smaller, your health will go deplete super quick. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'm going to try that new controller configuration.
It's really good. Yeah, so now they've mapped like when you're in third person mode. You know how before you had to like if you held down the left trigger, it would kind of like tighten up your reticle, but you would still be in third person. And then you had to like double tap or like tap or whatever to get into the aim down sights. Well, now you just when you hold the trigger down, it automatically aims down sights no matter what. Like no matter what, it just aims down sights, And you can still tap it and it'll stay on aiming down sights, so it'll stay like that forever until you tap out of it.
Okay.
And to like kind of like tighten up your reticle, if you're just kind of shoot out of a car or something and you want to just tighten up your reticle to like aim, you just hold LB instead. So they did it that way.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That makes sense, because when you really need to actually aim down sights, it's going to be a lot better than Like, oh man, I forgot to double tap. Oh, I'm dead.
Or I forgot, or I tapped and I wanted to get out of aiming down sights, but I can't, because I'm stuck here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
And then they switched the pistol to up on the D-pad like your melee weapon. So
yeah, that messed me up because I was like holding Y. I'm like, okay, what was I supposed to tap Y? Why is my pistol coming up? And then you had said to somebody else, you got to push up on your D-pad to get your pistol. And I was like, oh.
See, because
okay,
what I've been doing for the last couple of weeks is once I find an assault rifle and a shotty, I just drop my pistol because I'm like, okay, that's one more weapon I have to cycle through.
One more Y that you have to press, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now they kind of fix that.
I'll keep it as a backup.
Backup. Yeah. That's what I do. I mean, if I spawn in and that's the only thing I could find, I'll definitely equip it. But once I have main weapons, I don't even care about picking up ammo for it. So that's why I tend to go for like the 9mm pistol, because I tend to use the ump a lot in this game. Like that's the gun I usually go for if I ever see it on the ground. I kind of just pick that up. If I don't find like a SCAR or an M16, I'll just pick up an ump and run with that for the game. And if I'm picking up 9mm for that gun, all the ammo that I have for that gun works on that pistol anyways, so I don't have to worry about picking up 45 and taking up space in my inventory,
Yeah, because you've got your ump and your Uzi are all 9mm, right?
Yeah, ump
so
and
that
Uzi
would be
are
ideal
9mm.
for a good kit.
Yeah, unless you want to run the Vector, which the Vector also, or the Tommy gun, which they both run the 45 ammo that the M911 or M1911 runs. But I mean, I don't know. It's up to you really which gun you want to run. I don't like the Tommy gun or the Vector. I think they're shit guns, and I think the Vector is really one of the worst guns in the game. Unless you have it like fully equipped. Unless you have like every attachment for it, which then it's a badass gun. Right. But until then, it's like, no, man, this gun just sucks because the clip is like 15 bullets or 14 bullets or something like that.
It's
so you run through it super quick. Like, yeah, if you have it on full auto, you just like, and then it's gone. It's like, what the hell happened to where's my bullets? Reload. You're holding X to reload. It takes forever. Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, and I like the holographic or red dot sight. I'm not very good with like scopes. I haven't been using any, so I'm like, yeah, just give me a holographic or a red dot. I'm good.
Yeah,
I still feel like I could hit him from a medium distance, maybe not accurately, but yeah. And it's not like you're finding scopes all over the place anyway.
Nah, you're not. But I mean, the scope, like the ACOG, the 4x zoom or whatever, those come in handy when you're in the last circle and you're kind of on the edge of the circle. Sure. And you're trying to move into the inside of the circle, and there's somebody camping it, like somebody laying down in a tree or something. You could see them, but it's really hard for you to aim at them with a red dot sight from a distance, because even though you could see them from like a mile away, you really are going to have a hard time shooting at them, if they're behind it, like a tree or a bush or something, you're going to have a hard time hitting them. So having that scope on at the end there, it's really helpful.
Yeah, because that's the way I got with my chicken dinner, I had that red dot, and my buddy who was viewing me, he's all, yeah, he's putting his head on the left side of that tree. I mean, he's getting a better view, I felt, than what I was getting from spectating.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, yeah, I probably couldn't have done it without his help. So, because he's back further than I am, right, from that third person view. So. I don't know. Maybe I should have changed it to that first person, just RB and...
Yeah. But I've been running that first person mode, that server, the first person only or whatever server. I've been playing on that since it came out, dude. I haven't stopped.
That was my first match today with you in first person. Yeah.
I haven't stopped. That's all I've been playing for like the last 4 days.
Nice. What do you think about the driving is kind of funky though, right?
It is. It's really hard.
It's like Far Cry driving.
It is. It's really hard because you're inside the car. So it makes it super hard to drive. I feel like less people drive at the
first person.
Yeah, at the last circle, you don't see as many cars as you used to before.
Right.
Because being in a car,
stuck and
you'll run into a fucking tree or a rock. You can't see the people that are prone because all you see is the hood of the car. So you're like, you can't just drive around and run everybody over because you can't see them.
Yeah.
So less people are using cars at the end of the circle, which is a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah, but I guess maybe the plus would be aiming down sights in that first-person view from that first-person view. Do you think that matters? Going from third to first, or always being in that first-person view?
It doesn't really matter. What I prefer about the first-person view is that I don't feel like I get cheap killed. You know? Like, if I get killed from somebody, I know that they saw me in their screen.
Not peeking.
Somehow, yeah. Like, they were, like, sitting behind a tree or behind a rock, just spinning the camera around in circles, panning it around like a fucking idiot until they saw me, like, move a little bit. And then they're like, oh, there's a guy over there. You know, like, they were legitimately looking at me when they shot me. You know, they weren't just panning their camera around behind a tree or under a hill or something dumb like that, because I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
It's the worst. Yeah. It's the worst, Gunny.
Oh, enough of that. I played a new game on Steam. Or this game is trending. It's called They Are Billions. And this is an early access title. This is top-down isometrical tower defense strategy game.
Okay, tell me about this.
So what it is you start off with like a base, and I don't think you do anything with it. What it is you'll have 4 soldiers that'll have like a bow and arrow, and one who has a rifle. So he seems like he's a bit more of a heavy. And what you'll do is you'll build these tents that will like produce these. I want to say they're farmers or something like that. And what they'll do is they'll go out and look for resources, and like they'll gather wood and food and stuff like that. And you can start building defenses like walls. So you'll build like wooden walls and you'll put up gates. Again, this will be just to keep out the zombies. And I'm playing on the easiest difficulty there is. I'm playing on baby mode. So I think it's like what they call 150 days. I don't know if that's the default. I think you could actually play longer. So maybe, I'm going to say 150 days. That's probably going to be maybe a 3-hour game. I think that's in actual real time. And so far, today I made it up to, I think, 51 days. That was on the easiest mode. And because what happens is, I don't think you really know what direction they're coming from. And the game kind of gives you a heads up, like, hey, a scout saw them coming from the north, or they're coming from the west. And so I think you can it gives you a little bit of time if you have the resources and the wood to put up these defenses or reinforce them by putting up double walls. So you could also have I think fishing camps. There's other things because you got to have enough. You got to have enough people. You have to have enough food. Things like that. You have to have enough power. There's these little power plant things that you can put up. I think they're called Teslas. So what the Teslas will do is, if you put a Tesla a little further out from your base, you'll have you could actually build out more because it won't let you until you have the power. So it's almost like connecting your base to the different parts of the map. You're not going out super far or anything like that. Well, at least I haven't. I haven't made it out that far. Because they'll have a wooded area, and that's where you're going to want to put your wood cutting plant, right in the actual woods itself. And yeah, it's tough, but I do keep going back to it. I feel like there's a lot to manage as far as how much resources you can gather. But yeah, I like it so far. It's good. I'm enjoying it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Play anything else?
The last game I've been playing is Pressure Overdrive on the Xbox. I saw this on Steam originally. I think this is, I don't know if they said it's an older game or if it was an older console game that was just
I think it was a mobile game. It kind of reminds me of a mobile game.
Yeah, I saw it was made by Unity, I think so, which is definitely a mobile
No,
game company.
Unity's the engine.
Okay, yeah, it's definitely it's definitely coming from there. But I thought I saw like on a review on Steam that it's like, hey, it's that game that was on the Steam and mobiles before, but they've just kind of like, I guess they've like redone the graphics and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely. I've played it both actually on Steam and on Xbox because you bought it, Ryan.
Yeah.
And I don't understand. You're just racing, or you just have a vehicle. It's just
you're not racing. You're not trying to get in first place.
Okay, so is there a
you're just
timer?
trying to make it? No, you have so much damage you can take. And you gotta kill. You gotta keep killing stuff in order to keep your pressure up to keep moving. As long as you keep killing stuff, you'll keep being able to shoot at a high rate and move faster.
Yeah, because I feel like it seems like I've gotten to. I haven't even made it that far, and I feel like I'm already failing at the game, where I'm dying more often.
Oh, really? I made it to like the first boss.
Yeah, I
kind of having a problem with him, but you gotta keep upgrading. Are you upgrading at all?
So kind of. I think I just went and bought too much of a heavier weapon, and I didn't upgrade the other ones. So maybe I need to go
just
back.
find the best weapon that you like the most.
Well, I think the first one is
start
good.
Upgrading that. Okay.
That first one, which is just like a Gatling gun of some sorts. So.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back and equip it. So.
I was using like the railgun cannon, which was actually pretty good.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think it's part of an upgrade where you could fly. Like it lets you you'll sprout wings, basically your vehicle will sprout wings. And I think there's like a meteor for that, for how long you can stay in the air. And that works really well against the green goo that some of the enemies' vehicles that drop that like acid on the ground.
Yeah. See, I was using the railgun by the time they came out, and 2 shots with the railgun and they're dead.
Okay. I'm going to try the railgun. So.
Or just upgrade your weapons or upgrade the other attachments. Like there's another attachment that your like body attachment will like put stuff so if people run into you, they take damage. You can get one for health regeneration. There's a couple of there's a bunch of different stuff. You just got to cycle through. Make sure you hit the right trigger when you're in the garage, and it'll flip through the different upgrades you can get and put on your car. You can buy new bodies and stuff like that too.
Yeah, definitely has that steampunk look to it.
Yeah.
Do you, what I was going to ask you about it. Do you ever find yourself not moving forward, just kind of like maybe stopping for a second to kind of avoid some of the enemy fire? Or are you just constantly moving up?
I'm always moving. Yeah, I just keep moving.
Okay.
The only time I'll slow down is if one of those trucks is coming up and he hasn't popped on screen yet. I'll slow down and let him get past me so I can kill him.
Yeah, because I wasn't sure because sometimes he'll come up beside you and then you can.
Well, you shoot beside.
That's what okay. So that's what I was doing. Because
you have to use the other stick to shoot in whatever direction you want, right?
So I wasn't sure if the game was going to detect the fact that I stopped and okay, now they're going to make it more difficult for me since they think I'm trying to cheat, because it's all AI.
No, you'll just get a lesser score for your time. That's all. Like you get scored on how long it takes you, how many enemies you kill, how accurate you are, stuff like that.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it's cool. I like it.
It's a fun little game. It's nothing extraordinary, and I wouldn't run out and tell everyone to go get it. But if you like those kind of games, it's kind of fun. It's a good time waster when you got 5-10 minutes and you just want to kill a couple of minutes. You can jump in there and play.
Yeah, the other thing it does have is local co-op, which is cool. So
yeah, I haven't tried that yet.
Maybe with your kid, just hook up a separate controller, and yeah, you can play split screen or same screen. Sorry, co-op, local co-op. But that's all I've been playing, guys. What about you, Ryan? What have you been playing?
I've been playing PUBG. You know that already. We've talked about PUBG to death. It's a great game. It's getting better. It's still early access, so it's only going to get better before release. It's fun. If you haven't checked out PUBG yet, you should, because everyone else has.
Absolutely.
I also played Pressure Overdrive, obviously. We were just talking about that. That game's fun. It's good in and out kind of game. You know, have a little bit of fun while you're waiting for a few minutes. It really does feel like a mobile game in that way, that it's like you can just pick it up, play a track, be done in 5 minutes, and walk away from it easily. The other game that I played, I played Pinball FX3 today. Me, Jesus,
Clint,
King Jiggly, and Clint. So Gary Ellis and Clint, we all had a mini tournament because that's who showed up today. It was kind of fun. We had a good time. I mean, I actually won all the tables, but I don't think anyone was expecting it.
Yeah.
I think I was worried about Jigs, but I was worried about him because he has to study a table before he, you know what I mean? Like, I have so much. I think if I hold another tournament, I'm not going to play in it. You know what I mean? Just because I don't want people to feel like, oh, I'm just going to beat everybody, you know? So
you're the king at every table, right? Come on.
That's not true. That's not true. Because fucking Gary's killed me on a few tables. But anyways, yeah, that's Pinball Effects. I'm still having fun with that. I'm going to keep playing it. I can't wait for more tables to come out. Zen keeps doing a good job. That table we played today was one of their newest tables, and that table's a blast. We all were having a pretty good time playing it together. So, and I like that. I like that we could sit there and kind of shoot the shit while we're playing. You know what I mean? It was kind of fun.
Yeah, I was watching you guys on Mixer.
Oh, were you? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so other than that, I played some Titanfall 2 with Jesus and Penpoint Red, Jonathan Hall. And who else was with us? Oh, Evan Tanaka.
Evan, he had to go to lunch.
I always forget about
Everybody had to go to lunch.
I gotta go to lunch.
Yeah, I gotta go to lunch.
I was eating some fried chicken too.
And then what were we doing? We were waiting for Jesus, so we started playing, and then someone came in and was like, "I gotta go though," because Jonathan came in and was like, "Oh, I gotta go for lunch." Guys, my wife, she made food. I gotta go for lunch, and then he didn't go. And we kept playing, and then I guess his wife brought him the food or something. I didn't even realize what was going on. But anyways, and then Evan came in later and was like, "Hey guys, I really want to play with you guys, but I don't know. I might have to go for lunch."
Everybody had to go for lunch.
This ongoing thing where everybody had to go for lunch. It was friggin' hilarious. I think it was more funny to us at the time.
Way funnier to us at the time than it is now. Yeah.
But anyway,
fun times.
So that was Titanfall 2. We played a little bit of attrition. I played some attrition with Jesus, and then we played some Frontier Defense with Penpoint and Evan. And that was fun. I mean, Titanfall 2 is still a tight game. I mean, I don't really usually get into the multiplayer games like that, and I was having a blast. I was really having fun. So, and then the other game that I played, I'm still playing the Mummy Demastered, but I don't think I've talked about that yet on the show yet.
I don't think you have either.
No, because I started playing it just before we did the Game of the Year show, and we talked about it a little bit on there, more the music of it. But anyways, so the Mummy Demastered is pretty much a Metroidvania game. It's a sort of 16-bit looking game. You're basically getting all your stuff, like you're getting all your upgrades, new weapons, more health, stuff like that. You got to search the map and try and find all the little rooms that have all the upgrades in them. And it's something that's cool about this game is if you get killed, all your upgrades and everything get taken away from you, and there's a zombie you just wandering where you've been killed. And you have to get back to that section, kill that dude again, and then you get all your upgrades back. So, like, every time I die on a boss, I have to kill my guy and then go refill all my stuff and then come back to the boss and try it again. It becomes a real pain in the ass at a point, but the game is a lot of fun. And sometimes you get into that boss and you die over and over again, and then you realize, well, maybe I should go and search this kind of area that I thought there might have been something else in, and then you go wander around and you find some new upgrade, and you go back to the boss and you're like, oh sweet, this is exactly what I needed to kill him. But it's been a lot of fun. Like we said on the Game of the Year show, the music is fucking awesome. It's just so good. Some of my favorite, like Cuphead, I agree that Cuphead should have won that anyways, but damn, the Mummy Demastered was a real close second, because that game's got some awesome music in it.
Yeah, that is good music.
Yeah, but that's all I played this week, guys.
Awesome.
Yeah,
guys, moving on now. Let's talk some news, some video game news related stuff here. Lots of news this week. I'm surprised our news machine pulled this much news topics this early in the year. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's all I could say. Wow. Guys, let's talk about PlayStation real quick. PlayStation has a new boss. They have a new boss.
Who cares? Move on.
Their new boss is John Codera. John Codera has taken over Andrew House, pretty much as the head of PlayStation over at Sony, specifically the PlayStation 4. And apparently he was tweeted by a Twitter user asking him what his plan is, about games as a service, because Andrew House kind of explained last year that he kind of wanted to move towards a games as a service platform before he was going to leave. And then John Codera kind of replied saying, he says not to worry about it, that his vision is going to be totally different from what games as a service is. So, which is really weird. I don't know what their plan is with that. I mean, who knows? We don't know what it's going to be. Obviously, we don't work for Sony, so we don't know what the hell he's thinking. But yeah, they say, their plan is totally different over at PlayStation. However, there's other games like Madden and FIFA coming out of EA that will tend to be showing that they're going to move toward games as a service, specifically with the CEO Andrew Wilson stating that pretty much they might end up dropping annual releases for Madden and FIFA in place of just releasing updates for the game. You know what I mean?
Oh, thank God.
Yeah,
that is the best way to go. I've said that for years. Like, these sports games need to stop coming out every year and just come out with an update that makes, it's like a new game, turn it into a new game. But I guess the problem with that is like, that might last like 2 or 3 years, and then the engine gets too old, and then they gotta, put out a new one. So I could see it being more like a 3-year cycle on a sports game, where you get your roster updates and maybe a little graphical update here and there, where it becomes more like over time.
I would say every 2 years wouldn't be too bad, right? Like every 2 years,
2 or 3 years.
Skip a year, do a game. Skip a year, do a game.
I think that's a little too often, but
we get them every year now.
Do you think also that a lot of it had to do with, like, maybe, I don't know as much as far, like, maybe, hey, we're just not getting $60 a title for every time we...
Yeah, I feel like they noticed
game,
that.
But maybe the internet for certain people, like, they just want to buy the disc and play for the disc, maybe not so much online. But, I mean, these are online games, aren't they?
Pretty much at this point, I feel like...
they're all online.
Yeah, I mean, there's rare exceptions to people that don't play online. Because there has to be people like that, right? That they don't.
I will never play a sports game online. That's like playing a fighting game online to me. I'm like, no way.
Yeah, but I'm speaking specifically to like people that want to play that sports game, but they don't have internet access. Those types of people. There's some of those people out there. Like they just buy the disc, like Gunny said, and they play their games offline, which is.
But weird. I think it would be good if now we reach that point where, hey, if PS4 and Microsoft and Sony, they want to do that as a service, that'd be cool.
Why not? Everybody's already online, so not a bad idea, EA. Out of all your bad ideas, that's not the worst one. In other news, Sony Interactive Entertainment has announced that they have planned to move forward with full support of the PlayStation VR this year. In 2018, they say they plan to release 80% more games than last year, or than the current roster. So apparently, currently the PlayStation VR has 150 games. They say by the end of 2018, PlayStation VR will have 280 games on its platform. Are they going to be good games? Bad games? I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens with that. Personally, I kind of want to get one of these after trying it from Jonathan. I'm kind of excited, and we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, in other news, moving on now, some crazy fucking news here. This week, our President Trump, during a press conference with who was it here? With Norway, the country of Norway. So he was with the Norwegian Prime Minister. He was giving a press conference, and apparently the United States sold F-35 jet fighters to Norway. But Trump, President Trump, said that the U.S. sold F-52s to Norway. Apparently the internet blew up because of this, because they were like, oh, F-52s don't exist. They only exist in Call of Duty. You know, and people were kind of like, oh. But I mean, what I'm thinking is he got confused from, because apparently the U.S. sold 52 jets of the F-35. And I'm thinking that's what the numbers confused him. You know, he was just thinking of the numbers on his head, and it just confused him. Like, 52, F-52, you know, and when he meant to say F-35s, but
maybe he's a Call of Duty fan.
Maybe he likes Call of Duty. I don't know. Or maybe we did sell him some F-52s, but they're just super top secret right now, and nobody knows about them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, what do you think about this, Gunny? People were making fun of him because they're like, oh, this is the only Call of Duty. It's only an Advanced Warfare, you know, like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
You know, maybe also the other thing could be the fact that whoever wrote the speech or whatever it is probably put F-52.
Yeah.
Right? Whoever wrote the notes was like, here we go, you know? Some Call of Duty fan.
All right, F-52 here. Yeah. But yeah, let's see here. In other news, IGN's editor-in-chief has been fired for alleged misconduct. So yeah, Steve Butts, Mr. Butts.
Wow. Man, I saw this on Twitter.
Yeah, he was fired. He was let go from IGN. Apparently, IGN said, in quote, IGN initiated an investigation into alleged misconduct involving Steve Butts. As a result of the investigation, the company has appropriately determined to part ways with Mr. Butts. Yeah. Apparently, this comes months after, if you don't know if you remember, a few months ago, we had that news coming out of Kylie Plague, who accused one of her former coworkers at IGN, Mr. Vince Ingenito, about sexually harassing her and another woman at work. Apparently, IGN had a meeting that day, right? That very same day they had a meeting, and during that meeting, someone called Steve out. Like, hey, motherfucker, you did that shit to me. And like,
wow.
IGN took it seriously and they investigated it. I mean, they obviously didn't fire him like right there and then, but they did their due diligence and they fired him after months of investigating, I guess. Yeah, and even since that meeting, he was working at home. Like, he was working from home. He couldn't be at the IGN office during those months. But yeah.
Crazy, isn't it? Because you figure, I mean, if he's in charge of, I guess, that department, and remember when it first came out, I mean, nobody had, you know, like, because you figure he's in charge, not in charge of the, what do you call it? The other office of who investigates that. It's crazy that he's fired. He's gone.
Yeah. Apparently, the dude hasn't responded for comments. I don't think he will. It's not in his interest to do that, I believe. And, yeah.
They cleaned house is what they did, which is good.
They did. They
Got
did.
all the troublemakers out of there.
Well, yeah. For them, yeah. That's what I'm thinking they did. Let's see here, guys. In other news, crazy news here. Let's go to some crazy news real quick. Wow, this article has me in shock right now.
Wow, my wife sent this to me today. She talked about. I said, you know what? I bet our news guy put it in there, and sure enough, here it is.
So apparently,
Right, close to where I live.
in Ceres, California. Am I saying that right, Cuddy?
Ceres.
This doesn't sound like
Down by where Sean Fuller lives.
Sounds like Ceres.
Iams.
Ceres, California.
Between me and
Apparently, news here says that a Ceres man was arrested after he shot his mother in the head following an argument over a video game on Friday, the police say. Matthew Nicholson, who was 28 years old, was in his bedroom sometime before 9:45 p.m. Thursday playing a video game when he got upset and started yelling, investigators said. Nicholson's 68-year-old mother, Lydia, went to check on him and he started arguing with her. He broke his headset in his video game and then blamed his mother for the broken headset, according to the police. He came out yelling something about, "My headset is broken," or something about the headset being broken, one of the police sergeants said. And then he grabbed the gun and started shooting. When police arrived, they found 2 bullets in the wall, 1 in the ceiling, and a 4th that had struck Lydia, his mother, in the head, killing her. Nicholson's father, Lauren, wrestled the gun away from Nicholson, who then got in a car and drove to a relative's home in Riverbank, police said. Officers found the vehicle in Riverbend and pulled it over, and he was taken into custody without incident. His mom was taken to the hospital where she later died.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
All over a headset. Like, come on.
Well, I'm sure the news is going to take that as, this is a gun violence thing, or it's
Video game addiction. Video game
thing.
disorder. Remember
Video
that?
game disorder.
There you go. There's a new video game disorder craze that's going to push that. Oh, wow.
Where's the mental illness in here? This situation.
Mental illness is the motherfucker's crazy, first of all.
Yeah.
For thinking he could just shoot somebody. His own family member at that. Anybody, but his own family member. His mother.
Wow.
I know this is a sore topic because I'm in here with a bunch of Americans, but this is why you need to crack down on gun laws, man. Why does everybody need to own a gun? Not everybody needs to own a gun, man. This is stupid shit. This happens when everybody owns a gun.
Yeah, but in this situation, I don't know if I could blame the gun, because he could have easily grabbed a knife and stabbed her.
Yeah, I guess.
Something,
yeah.
Well, yeah, I understand what you're saying, Ryan. If the gun wasn't there, maybe we wouldn't be...
Maybe she could have got away from a knife with maybe a couple of slashes on her arms or something. You know what I mean? A gun shot to the head is pretty permanent.
Yeah, maybe.
Well,
but I don't feel like the gun is the problem in this situation. The problem is the guy.
Yeah, no, I get that.
The fucking problem, he takes it to that extreme.
But that's the thing, though. Was this guy just, a normal guy that just snapped?
No.
20
does
years
this guy
old.
have a history of mental illness?
He had to have. He had. I'm only speculating.
We don't know
but I'm
that
saying
for sure, right? Yeah, we don't know that.
It says here when the police arrived, they found 2 bullets in the wall, 1 in the ceiling, and a 4th struck Lydia.
So he shot the gun 4 times.
He's just shooting wildly or shooting at her, or he's fucking deranged. I don't know. Do we bring this back to...
why? When that gun goes off the first time, that would make anybody... I would feel like that would make anybody just be like, whoa, what the fuck am I doing? This is a fucking gun. That would snap somebody out of it, Unless you're really that fucking mad, where you feel like you need to kill somebody. How mad do you have to be?
In that moment, you're not thinking. You know what I mean? you're that angry and you have a gun, you just fire it and don't think of the consequence, and that's the problem.
That's insane.
Right? Like you're thinking, and this is where people are going to turn video games around on it. It's like, oh, the video game is desensitizing him to shoot a gun, whereas he feels like in real life it's not going to have any consequences. But that's bullshit. That's just people not fucking teaching their children the consequences of real life and the difference between real life and video games. You know? So, I don't know. It's a sad story, man.
It's a really
story.
Sad story, man. Like, fuck, stories like this. God.
Any story where someone loses their life.
It's just so horrible, dude. This is not the first time we read a story like this on the show. No. And we read plenty of these throughout the year. Last year, the year before that, and it's like it happens more often than you think it does. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. And it's just people I don't know if they're not paying attention to it, or it's just gets swept under the rug, or it gets blamed on something else, like a gun, when other stuff should be blamed, like maybe mental illness or something. People need to, pay attention to this type of stuff. If you really feel like you're going to kill somebody over a video game, like, you have a problem. You have a problem. No doubt about that.
Absolutely.
Wow. Okay, guys. Moving on now. In other news, Google is going to invest in China's version of Twitch. Pretty much, there's a Chinese version of Twitch called Chuchuo. CHUSHOU. Chuchuo. Apparently, it's going to be bought out by Google for around $120 million. Google says that Chuchuo is a game streaming service similar to Twitch, but for mobile video games, so for phone games. The service has accumulated more than 8 million unique streamers since first launching in 2015, with an average of 250,000 players streaming daily. Yeah.
Whoa.
Let's see. So, quote here, Chuchuo has built an impressive platform with a dedicated and quickly growing base of content creators and consumers, and a smart expansion plan, said Frank Lin, who handles the corporate development for Google in North Asia. But yeah, I mean, Google already has bought out YouTube. They own YouTube and YouTube Gaming and all that stuff.
Right.
So this is another step in their world domination, I believe.
Yeah.
This and self-driving cars is their step to world domination.
Between Google and Disney,
yeah, everything.
They're both going for
and Amazon.
And Amazon, yeah.
Google, Disney, and Amazon are gonna own everything in the fucking world one day.
What about Apple? Apple's got to be in there somewhere.
Apple's in their little closed off little fucking.
They're in their own world. They own their own section of the
garden.
World. Their white walled garden, because everything they do is white. But yeah, according to some research from SuperData, they said that global esports revenue reached $1.5 billion in 2017, and they were projected to rise by 26% in 2020.
We should be investing in esports.
We should get our own esports team. Yeah, no fucking.
Screw Bitcoin. We're going to invest in esports. Yep.
The new currency of the future is esports.
Yeah. What was that currency called? Crycoin. Crycash. Thank you.
There you go. Crycash. Invest in Crycash, people. Invest early. Buy cheap, sell high. Guys, Sensor Tower says that mobile game spending has hit a new high in 2017. According to them, in 2017, mobile games revenue reached $58.6 billion, up from $48.3 billion the year before. Yes, a lot of money.
That is.
Yeah.
Candy Crush, is that still a thing? Candy Crush?
Candy Crush is still number one spot for the biggest grossing game since...
I thought it would be Clash of Clans.
Since 2012, it says. It's been the number one game since 2012. Number one grossing mobile game in the world since 2012. That's fucking... To hold that spot fucking 5 years in a row, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy, especially for a mobile game. Like, what the fuck?
Wow.
Yeah.
But there hasn't been anything else.
Yeah, but it says here that at number 4 and number 5, Mobile Strike is at number 4, and Clash Royale is number 5.
Yeah, new Clash Royale had to be up there.
Of course, Clash of Clans took the number 2 spot. And
I almost forgot. Jesus, I've been playing...
Game of War took number 2, and Clash of Clans took number 3. So there you are.
Jesus, I almost forgot. Maybe you guys are playing it too. Gems of War.
Yeah.
I've been playing it on iPad and Xbox.
I couldn't get into it. I didn't like it. I don't know. I don't know, man.
I'm not about the match 3 games anymore.
Those games kind of got tiring for me. Yeah, they got boring, and Candy Crush was cool.
Even like Puzzle Quest and Marvel Puzzle Quest and all those. I just couldn't get into them. I was like, I've had enough of this. And then there was like a wrestling one that I played, and that was okay for like a couple of days, and then I was like, yeah, I don't want to play this anymore.
Yeah, but I definitely get that. Match 3. Hey, you want a match? Do you want to buy the $50 starter pack now? And I'm like, no. Like I've got enough. I could resist. I don't have that personality that I'm gonna have to go and buy that $50 version to buy more cards to play longer. But it's the only mobile game I've been really playing.
It says here that even though mobile games are up 25% year over year on spending, that overall apps are losing money in the entire mobile space, and they're blaming streaming services like HBO and Showtime for having apps, because they're saying people are rather spending their money on that than buying like $2 apps, $3 apps, $4 apps. They're rather spending $14.99 a month on HBO or whatever. I don't know if that's correct or not, but they're blaming them for the loss of money on the apps.
Well, I guess because that's the app that they'll push instead of the game app. They'll push the HBO app and watch HBO and use their time that way instead of... That's a bit of a stretch. You know what I mean?
HBO doesn't have that much content on there. Come on, they have Game of Thrones, but I don't know anybody who's watching Game of Thrones at work, at break, 30 minutes at a time. You got to be crazy to do it that way.
I could see everybody being on, Netflix and Hulu, but...
Guys, in other news, the Xbox news here. Of course, we all know this, but Kinect adapter has been discontinued by Microsoft. After last year when it was for free for a while, and then it went not free.
When the S came out, they were giving it away for free.
Yeah, and then
they started selling it for $40. After a while, and then when the X came out, people thought they were going to give it away for free again, and they were like, nope, and then they discontinued it.
They've been trying to kill it, They've been trying to get rid of it. And
I'm glad I got mine when it was free.
But again, they don't want to just not give away that adapter, when they initially did. They're like, okay, we'll just let it slowly die.
Apparently, they're going for like $300 on eBay.
Yeah, on eBay, they're really expensive.
Because I was thinking about selling mine, because I have the regular Xbox has the Kinect hooked up to it, so I don't need it. Who's
foolish enough to buy it for $300 though?
I don't know.
Crazy people.
People are selling it, so
crazy people.
Yeah. People that don't know, right? They just don't know. I need this.
Well, you
can't have it.
You can't buy it anywhere else anymore, Gunny. You can't buy it for $40
I know, but
anywhere
you know what? I guess what I'm saying is the people that are going to buy it are be the ones that think they freaking need this for their new Xbox One S or something.
They do. If you want to connect, you can't use it without it.
Yeah, I know, because I gave mine away. Gave my Kinect away. I was like, here you go, kid. Take it. Here you go, 11-year-old. I don't want it.
Yeah.
I'll just walk up and turn my Xbox on.
Just so you know, if you want a Kinect adapter and you don't have one, your best bet will probably be buying it off of a friend that doesn't want it, or going to eBay. Or finding it like
the horrible
at Target.
Gamers community. Maybe somebody wants to give you one.
Find it at Target somewhere or something. Or plug in your old Xbox through the HDMI port of your Xbox One X.
That won't work.
HDMI pass through. Double up. You're going to have 7 times the power of the Xbox One.
Oh, I've got an idea, man. Maybe just take it off the wall. It makes a great paperweight.
Yeah, it's
pretty heavy.
I don't know what to do there.
I mean, if you stream, it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you are.
It's a great thing to have if you stream and you want to do voice commands and stuff like that. It's a great thing, but it's just dead now, so they're trying to...
Can I just go on a rant for a little bit?
that.
You ever see that one person
No.
who's got a comment on Facebook? Well, what about me? I use it to say turn Xbox on Xbox. What about me? Don't forget about me.
Yeah.
I use it all the time to say Xbox off. Okay, can't you just walk up and press the button?
Or hold the button.
Yeah, but if you already sat down on the couch and then you're like, oh shit, I forgot to push the button when I came over here, then you could be like, Xbox on. And it's like, blink, on it goes.
Okay, or you could just get up. You could just like find the way to get up and turn the damn thing off. Okay? Sorry, you didn't get your adapter.
Sorry.
I'll sell you one for $500 though, okay?
Yeah. Guys, do you like cup of noodles?
No.
So,
if you like cup noodles, I have good news for you.
You got top ramen?
Nissin Cup Noodles has now partnered with Square Enix to promote the publisher's upcoming video game, Dissidia Final Fantasy NT, with packaging that redeems codes for exclusive downloadable content. Ahead of the game's release on January 30th in Japan, PlayStation, it's going to be released on PlayStation 4. Fans who purchase the specially marked packs of noodles featuring characters from the game can text a photo of the receipt to the phone number on the package to receive a unique game code. They can then download a royal raiment outfit for Prince Noctis, the protagonist of last year's Final Fantasy 15. The limited edition cup of noodles will be available at stores nationwide, including Kroger, Walmart, Costco, and Food Lion. There you go, guys. If you like cup noodles. I don't know.
I'm going to do it. I signed up for a beta today on Square Enix.
For that game?
No, it was something different. Yeah. I'm not interested in Final Fantasy. Not a fan. No. But I'll take the noodles, though. Give me the beef flavor, not the chicken.
Yeah. Crazy stuff.
Yeah, Gunny likes the beef.
I like the beef, baby. Beef noodle, yeah, good. That's some hot water, right?
Beef noodle.
Throw some chili sauce in that. Some Tapatio. You're good to go, son.
Yeah, right. All right. Other news, and other crazy news here. The Department of Homeland Security and the Army have teamed up to develop a virtual reality video game that simulates a school shooting from multiple points of view. The game will allow users to experience a school shooting simulation from 3 points of view, including the teachers, the first responders, and of course the shooter. Enhanced Dynamic Geosocial Environment, EDGE, is a virtual reality program funded by the government that has in the past trained police departments and firefighters for similar shooting situations using virtual reality tech. This is the first time the technology will be developed specifically for teachers to use. The teachers will learn in the game about different scenarios for school shootings and how to best protect their students in different situations during the school shooting. The game reportedly will include audio of gunshots, panicked children, and other sounds meant to resemble a real-life situation, such as the Virginia Tech massacre and the Sandy Hook shooting at the elementary school in Connecticut. Developers reported they listened to dispatch calls from those two shootings to incorporate as much realism as possible inside the simulation. A quote here by the chief engineer, Tamara Griffiths, says, "The more experience you have, the better your chance of survival are. So this allows you to practice and have multiple experiences and know what works and what doesn't work. With teachers, they did not self-select into a role where they expect to have bullets flying near them. Unfortunately, it's becoming a reality. And so we want to give them a chance to understand what options are available to them and what might work well for them." Yes, so here you go, guys. School shooting simulator for teachers.
Jeez.
It's I know that's crazy how this is like a thing they have to make.
Yeah.
For teachers. Like,
sign of the times, man, that we live in. I know that around the country there's different colleges or public schools that, depending on what
they
state,
hold drills,
they
right?
have that open carry law or that teachers can carry. So maybe there's going to be different training for them versus ones that don't have any kind of
like
weapon carrying laws.
Yeah, but the teachers carrying guns is not a good thing either. It's
man.
like you're just putting guns into a bad situation. It's like, this is what I mean. Like, gun control needs to... I'm not going to get into this because
you're Canadian. You're Canadian. You don't understand. You don't understand Canadian.
We have the First Amendment here.
America!
We have
Second Amendment.
We have guns up here, but there's gun laws that, like, you know what I mean? Not everyone needs to own a fucking gun. Everything. We have fucking all kinds. Well, there's a lot of hunting up here. Are you kidding me? Hunting them moose, eh?
No, but I mean, these are like handguns, right?
You guys have muskets up there? Is that what you guys are using still?
Killings.
You guys line up and shoot the moose in the line and reload?
All right. Okay, Ryan, you're out of this.
We all missed them, guys.
Reload, eh?
Sorry, eh? Sorry.
Sorry, eh? Hold on, moose. I gotta reload my musket here.
All right. Can we get serious for a minute here? Jesus, do we need this tool? Do schools around America need this tool?
I feel like they do. I feel like this tool, it comes in handy. I mean, it's not just for schools, but for all kinds of situations. I feel like, I mean, going to the store, a mass shooting could happen inside a store. Like, now more than ever, when I go to like a big place, like a big store or a big mall, I'm constantly looking at the exits. I'm aware where exits are all around me, all the time. Constantly, man. Yeah. Because you don't know at what fucking point some crazy bastard that just got, like, divorced from his wife, or his wife cheated on him, or whatever the fuck happened to him. He lost his job that he had for 20 years, and he's going crazy. Decides to walk in there and start shooting people. You know, like, you never know when that could happen.
Yeah, so I worked for Brinks for 10 years. So I carried a gun for 10 years. Mm-hmm. And, obviously we had training for know your surroundings of what's going on. And, police go through training. So, I think now we've reached that point where, these schools, I know that you've seen it, Jesus, and Ryan, you probably have too, where, you're watching your local news channel and there's a what do they say, shooter on campus or something at a school or a college,
or school lockdown because
active
of the
shooter, and it's always this like chaotic thing of, what do we do? Do we lock the doors? Do we
hide in the classroom? Do we run
wildly? I think
it's a good thing.
That's what I think. That's what I think is good about this, is that it's, you never know how you're going to react in a situation like that. This puts you in a situation and lets you figure out how you would react. You know what I mean? And then you can make a change, or, for the better to help the situation.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's only a good thing. It's kind of in light of a shitty situation, but it happens. So better to be prepared than not, right?
Definitely. Yes. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, I feel like one of the best ways to do it is in VR, right? Because everything's surrounding you. You feel like you're in there. You kind of make decisions on the spot. And you got to make those decisions, or else consequences happen. And it'll help you.
Definitely want to help save lives, not harm them.
Yeah. So, not a bad idea, I don't think. But in other news, kind of more bad news here. Basically, another swatting incident. A 911 caller using a disguised voice swatted a Castro Valley home on Thursday night, likely over a Call of Duty video game dispute, sending a heavy police response to a bogus hostage situation in Alameda County, the sheriff's official said on Friday. The first-person shooter video game was also at the heart of a deadly swatting incident the other week, which led to a fake 911 call where an innocent man was shot to death by officers. So no news on what happened in this situation. Apparently, I don't think anybody died, or else they would have mentioned it or something. But yeah, I mean, it's another incident of swatting. Like,
and I just wanted to mention also, not that it's relevant, but this is literally an hour and a half from me. Now, 2 weeks ago, maybe this also is in the news, but maybe right next to Alameda County, well, it might be it's actually in Contra Costa County in Richmond, California. There was also another swatting incident. That was literally 2 weeks ago. So I don't know what the fuck's going on in California. I even told my wife, I said, maybe we got to tell our son, when he's on the headset, don't tell anybody where you live. So crazy.
Never tell anybody where you live.
Yeah. I mean, as far as like even the town, I mean, I see that a lot with streamers where they're just like, yeah, this is the state I live in. That's the only information I'm giving you. Everybody calls me John. You can call me John.
If people are tech savvy enough, though, they can find out where you are.
Yeah.
Unless you're using things like VPNs to like hide your location and whatnot. Yeah, people can find your location from your IP address, right? Mm-hmm. So.
Scary.
And more swatting news. The accused swatter who was charged with making the false swatting call basically has been charged. Tyler Barris is a 25-year-old man suspected of making the fatal prank swatting call to the police after an argument in a video game, Call of Duty. Has waived his extradition to Kansas, according to the LA District Attorney's Office. Pretty much, the police in LA arrested him like a week ago, and Wichita police say they received a call on Thursday from someone claiming they had killed their father, pretty much doused the home in gas. Wow. They plan to set the house on fire with their mother and their brother inside. Police went to the address where they found 28-year-old Andrew Finch, who opened the door, and he was shot during the incident. After the shooting, police...
Why was he shot? House. Why was he shot?
They haven't said yet, right?
They haven't said.
Here's what I want to know, okay? The house was apparently doused in gas. Mm. Why are you firing a gun?
To take him out? I don't know.
Yeah, but what is gunfire going to do? It's going to create a spark, which is going to make the house go up in flames.
Not necessarily. They shot him.
Sniped him from halfway across.
They shot him from across the street. I watched the video. Yeah. I watched the video of the...
But why? Did he do something?
Well, when he opened the door, he had his hand behind the... Obviously, he had his hand on the door handle behind the door, obviously. And his other hand was kind of near his waistband. Apparently, when he opened the door, he was like, what the fuck is going on? Obviously, as anybody would be, who's opening the door, confused, like, what the hell? Why is there, like, fucking 10 cop cars out here? And why are they pointing guns at me? And apparently, he made a quick movement, and he got shot. Okay, it happened. The police were across the street. They were pretty far away, I would say, from where he was at, because they were behind their cars, aiming at him. Obviously, as a police officer, whatever they were thinking, they were probably fearing for their lives. I don't know. I cannot speak for them.
How are you fearing for your lives when you're across the street with a sniper rifle?
I mean, they shot him.
I don't know, man.
He had a gun.
Just...
but anyways.
Bullshit me. Like, what the hell?
Guys, I'm kind of reading this article here a little further, and it says here, this isn't the first time...
No, it's not. This guy...
In the connection
this guy is known as a serial swatter.
Yeah.
He is known as a swatter.
Threat calls.
In 2016, he was arrested for swatting schools, for swatting other people, for swatting malls, shopping centers, etc., claiming that he had a bomb in the fucking mall, or he had a bomb inside the school. He had shot somebody at this house or whatever. And this kid, yeah. Damn. Apparently on Twitter, he went to Twitter the night the guy got shot, and he tweeted, "I didn't get anyone killed because I didn't discharge a weapon, and being a SWAT member isn't my profession."
You know that Manson never touched one person, Charles Manson?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, just, shut the fuck up. You're a murderer.
You influenced the situation. You created that situation and made it happen. You are responsible.
Yeah. Apparently, in October 2015, he was arrested in California for making bomb threats to a TV news station. He was charged with 2 counts of a false report of a bomb to an agency of business and 1 felony count of criminal threats. He was sentenced to 972 days of probation. Basically, he was on probation at the time.
Yeah.
And he's still on probation. So that means he was swatting people while on probation.
Right, that's over 2.5 years. Yeah.
Swatting people. So it's like, what the fuck?
Wow.
But now he will be transported.
How did they not take him down already? This is the other thing, right?
Apparently, he will be now transported to Kansas within the next 2 to 3 weeks. And when he arrives there, he will make his first appearance in the district court. And he will be formally charged. I believe they said they're going to charge him with murder. Or conspiracy to commit murder or something like that.
Involuntary manslaughter.
Something like that. I know they're going to charge him with something pretty heavy.
I read that. Involuntary, yeah. It'll be more than one charge.
Oh, definitely. It'll be like multiple charges. But yeah, this guy is a piece of shit, dude. Like, how do you get off on that? Like,
I don't know.
He's done it more than once.
What makes that? How does that make your life any better? Buddy, it didn't. It destroyed your life now.
Yeah.
Hope you had fun while you were doing it. You fucking idiot.
No, I say keep talking. I say this idiot should keep talking, and hopefully they'll just give him more time when he's sentenced.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. I mean, he hopefully goes to prison for the rest of his life. He deserves to go to prison for the rest of his life. And, you take somebody else's life like that, man.
Jesus, please tell me there's something in the news.
That's good.
That's going to bring us out of this, because I'm pissed off now.
Yeah, I'm really mad.
I'm upset.
I'm upset.
I'm really
I'm disappointed in gamers. I don't understand what's going on.
Gamers are pissing me off today. But let me tell you something, Canadian. Something called...
Right, you tell me something.
The Tesla suit.
Oh, what is this?
The Tesla suit is going to enhance your VR experience like no other.
Oh, God.
The Tesla suit is an effort to make a fully immersive experience in a virtual environment. Showcased at CES 2018, Tesla suit CEO showed off a new suit that basically uses electro-tactile haptic feedback to simulate your getting shot or anything in your body. Like, you wear a full, like, think of like Ready Player One when the dude puts on the suit. He talks about feeling everything. It's that. Pretty much.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing for me, Jesus. Nobody wants to buy VR because it's too fucking expensive. But let's make a fucking suit to go with it that's probably going to cost like fucking 10 times as much as the stupid VR headset costs. You know what I mean? Like,
but wait, Ryan, what if you
a cool idea, and they've had stuff like this. Like, I've seen
the vest, and
like
stuff.
a vest that you can wear that simulates, like, if you get hit by bullets and stuff like that, you'll feel it. Like, it has haptic feedback and whatnot. But like, wait, still, Ryan, that's like fucking $400 or $500 just for a fucking vest.
You know what, Ryan? You're missing something. If I could put like two.
I am missing something. I'm missing a whole bunch of money to actually buy this shit. That's what I'm missing.
Yeah.
Apparently,
if I take 2 electric prods, Ryan, I want to take 2 electric prods. I want to attach 2 to your nutsack and 2 to your left and right nipple. Okay, you can't tell me that. Right? You're not gonna get the full experience.
Full experience.
You're going to get the full experience.
Currently, the suit has 68 channels, but they're going to expand to even more by the time they hit consumer level. It's not consumer level. This is just like them showing it off for the world. Yeah. They say, the CEO says it provides the sensation, anything from a stroke to a hard impact. But the hard impact is specifically limited to the own wearer's strength. So it will not damage any tissue or leave bruises on you or anything like that to make it safe. They say pretty much our electro-tactile haptic feedback system gives you the ability to touch and feel objects inside the virtual world.
Wow. I just read a book.
You feel like if you pick something up in the game, you're actually holding it in your hand.
Or like somebody hugs you in the game or something, or gives you a tap on the shoulder or something, you're going to feel
I'm not trying to shit on this idea. I'm just saying, how much is this? Because I'm guessing it's over $5,000.
No price on her just yet, but he says He says here for the consumer market, they think there's not enough headsets yet, but VR is going to become untethered, and when the Tesla suit will be untethered, they plan it to be untethered. So we'll see where it goes. See where it goes, guys. Maybe the future of esports is guys running around wearing suits and headsets, shooting each other inside a warehouse or something. I don't know.
Can you imagine you're sitting there playing your game and all of a sudden you're
Guys, I just finished a book, but it's set in the future. It's called Infinite. It's on Audible and obviously in paperback and stuff. But yeah, it's based on that kind of thing where he puts on like this skin suit where you feel like you're in that reality of the game. Or
Gunny, you made it sound like you wrote a book. You're like, I just finished a book. It's on Audible.
Audible.com. If you go on there, use your credit. Yeah, I just finished it. It's pretty good. But yeah, it talks about wearing that suit, but it's more of a skin suit than anything. And it's got the headset and the goggles, and it just goes through the whole thing. So it just reminded me of that.
You're a kid.
Yeah. I'm gonna buy it. $500.
$1,000, I say.
Damn it.
If not more, like $3,000.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the picture of the chick. She looks pretty hot.
The chick looks pretty hot in that suit, huh?
Man, if they make that like pink or something, and
she look like Diva from
if they make it like a 2-piece thing, that would be even, like, sweeter.
What are these haptic suits gonna cost?
She's popping it out.
Haptic suit feedback, man. Oh man.
Man, I definitely I would just be jumping around. I wouldn't want to fly out a window though. From a second-story building, that would suck. So, no windows.
I think our news machine wanted to get us sad this week, guys, because I have another sad story. Not really too sad, but apparently there's a game called Jukai, Ocean of Trees. This game is based in Japan, on a forest in Japan. Jukai.
Does this have anything to do with that YouTuber that put out that video?
Maybe. So the forest in Japan is called Aokigahara Forest. It is also known as commonly the Suicide Forest. This game pretty much is a game this guy created because his friend committed suicide in this forest a few years ago. And he felt empowered to create a video game based in that forest about avoiding suicide, about finding the meaning of life. If you want to play this game, you can. It's on Steam, I believe. Jukai, Ocean of Trees. It came out last year.
Hang on, before. just to do. Let's rewind for a second. Okay, we're still talking about the suit.
Oh, what's the suit?
It's compatible with Xbox.
Ooh,
there you go. Well,
it says Unity, Unreal, ISO, Android, Xbox. I'm not seeing... Oh, PlayStation. There it is.
That's what it has to be with everything, right?
I'm trying to find a price. That's what I'm trying to find, but I'm...
Yeah.
This thing is a lot more than you might think. It also will let you feel heat and cold.
Well, how would that... would that just be cool
14 motion capture points on it where it's like actually capturing your movement. So what the headset isn't capturing, the suit is.
It's pretty fucking cool.
It's almost like a really light version of motion capture.
It's the future,
right?
Man.
Like, yes. You're watching somebody on Mixer and you're interacting and you're watching the streamer's emotions and how they feel when they're in the game. Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool, I think.
Anyways,
see it all coming together.
Forward back to the story we were talking about.
Yeah, forget about that story.
That's a sad story.
Edit.
Got more good stories for you from CES 2018. Let's talk about some gadgets that were shown off.
It's going on
There's
right now?
There's a new router. Well, I believe it's over now, isn't it? It's over.
Oh, I think it's PAX today.
There's a new router made by Linksys, who partnered with Xbox. It's an Xbox One branded router. The WRT32XB will use killer prioritization Prioritization.
I heard Brian talking about this.
KPE. To auto-detect any Xbox One console and make it the fastest connection to the internet in your house.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is you can actually do this with any router. You just have to go in and do it.
You have to go in and prioritize it, right?
God damn it, Canadian, you're making this sound bad. No.
Yeah, the
WRT32XB.
You could go on YouTube and do the exact same thing with the router you own already.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It just takes you a little bit of work to figure out how to do it for your router.
This for the easy people. This for the easy.
This one just happens automatically.
This is for the console gamer.
It costs you like 10 times as much.
It's for the console gamer, man. It's for the console gamer. Okay, listen.
I get it. If you got $300 to blow
the
on
WRT32XB will use a 1.8 gigahertz dual-core ARM CPU. And it will also have a dual-band 3x3 wireless radio, 256 megabytes of flash, and 512 megabytes of DDR3 memory. And a 5-port Soho-grade gigabit Ethernet switch with TCAM, whatever the fuck that means.
Okay, Jesus, do you know what any of this shit means?
But it sounds cool as shit, like 6 teraflops.
It does.
Bunch of numbers and capital letters all mashed together. It's awesome.
America.
You have to take this.
It will come in February.
The Xbox gamer.
Comes out February.
Your wife will be bitching at you because her Netflix keeps buffering while you're playing your Xbox.
It will only cost you.
Go to the PlayStation website.
It will only cost you $300 in February, guys. All my Xbox fans out there, go ahead and buy this.
What else did we get from CES?
We got an MSI.
They're probably doing the same thing for PC players.
MSI's latest Optics MPG series gaming monitor are notable because they're not the first to integrate SteelSeries. Or because they are the first to integrate SteelSeries GameSense.
Yes, they are.
Using the 5 RGB zones on the front of the monitor, gamers can program lighting effects to notify them of in-game timers, Discord messages, and more. The two monitors, the Optics MPG-27C and Optics MPG-27CQ, have curved VA panels,
mashed together,
144 Hz refresh rates, and a 1 millisecond response time. The MPG-27QC, or CQ, fuck, I keep messing that up, has a 1440p WQHD screen, while the MPG-27C has a 1080p screen. There's no word yet on the price or the release date. It looks pretty cool. So apparently
this isn't that NVIDIA one that I'm supposed to have. This is a different one. Mm-hmm. That NVIDIA one looked pretty sweet. And again, it's a 65-inch monitor. I'm like, holy fuck. It's massive.
Oh, yeah. So, of course, the E-skin came out. That skin that we just talked about. But there's also a new laptop from Asus for MOBAs. Here we go. Asus is bringing you the esports ready ROG Strix SKT T1 Hero Edition.
More numbers and letters smashed together to sound cool.
It's designed specifically for multiplayer online battle arenas, also known as MOBAs for you nerds, like League of Legends. It features an Intel Core i7 processor, an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1060 GPU, and 120 Hz IPS level display. Asus is partnering with SKT T1, one of esports' biggest teams, to make the laptop. It has the team logo on the lid, along with a signature from Seng Hyuk Lee, a.k.a. Fucker, or Faker. Faker. One of the most famous League of Legends players around. It will cost you a low price of $1,700, and it will come out Q1 2018. Oh man, you can feel like a real
run to the store right now.
You can feel like a real esports player with that laptop, man. You can walk around feeling like you're part of an esports team.
You could.
Yeah. If your gaming setup includes multiple monitors like you, Ron, Asus Republic of Gamers has created a kit that promises to make them bezel-free.
Wow.
It uses light refraction, vertical lenses, and easy-to-attach mounts to create the appearance of one extra-large wraparound monitor. There's no software to download or power bar to plug in. It's basically an optical illusion. The bezel-free kit will be available later this year. and pricing will be announced at launch. There you go.
That looks cool. Have you guys seen The Wall?
No.
Ooh.
Yeah, let me finish, Gunny. Let me finish. NVIDIA is introducing an Instagram-like feature to GeForce Experience called Freestyle. It lets you apply post-processing filters to your games while you play. You can tweak color, saturation, and more to change the look and mood of your screenshots. NVIDIA is also giving its in-game screen capture tool Ansel a makeover. The user interface is being tweaked to make it more intuitive. Plus, it's getting 8 new filters and the ability to combine multiple filters. Both Freestyle and the new Ansel features.
When you take a screenshot,
January 9th.
When you take a screenshot, why do you take a screenshot? Because something looks beautiful,
to put it on Instagram.
But why are you going to put a fucking filter on it?
Why not?
Fuck off with your filters.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
I saw that.
It seems stupid to me. I don't know.
You guys don't like the future?
This next one looks cool. This next thing looks
cool. The LG display is making a 65-inch OLED screen that's thin enough to roll up like a newspaper. That's right.
Fucking roll it up.
This means it can be curled up and hidden when not in use, or it can be moved and stored more easily. Oh, and it's also in 4K. And it's going to be expensive as fuck.
Yeah, it is.
It's going to be a while for it to come out.
Yep. Oh, God. It's going to be pretty fucking expensive.
That's going to be an expensive ass fucking TK, man. This thing's going to be like $10,000 the first time it comes out.
They didn't even talk about that monitor, that GeForce monitor.
Tell me about the GeForce.
Why would they fucking talk about this stupid freestyle feature and not the fucking monitor that they're putting out? I don't know much about it, Jesus. I don't know much about it. It just looked really good. It's a 65-inch monitor. It has G-Sync.
It's a TV at that point.
I think it was 120 hertz or something like that. God, I can't remember what all the features were. You'd have to look it up.
Are you talking about the Samsung or the LG?
No, the one that NVIDIA is making.
Oh, okay.
Does
NVIDIA make monitors at all that you know of?
No.
Okay, I didn't think they did make physical monitors.
They just put their G-Sync technology in like specific monitors.
Correct, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I see the different options on.
Are you looking at it?
I'm looking at it now. The 65-inch gaming display. Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
This is also called the BFGD. Big fucking gaming display. Just kidding. It's big format gaming display. It's going to be $700. Wait, how much is it going to be? No.
What? 700?
No.
It was like...
No price. No price.
No price. I'm guessing it's going to be like $3,000.
Pretty fucking expensive.
Yeah. I can't find it.
But it will have 4K.
Pretty far down to get that?
Yeah, 4K HDR with G-Sync and 120 hertz refresh rate. Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Wow.
That's amazing.
But I mean, like, I couldn't imagine 65 inches like that close to my face. You know what I mean? Like
right here?
Yeah, like if I had a 65-inch monitor like right here in front of me, I'd be like, what? It's like sitting in the front row of a movie theater.
Yeah, literally, yeah. You'd have to be like looking up, your neck all fucked up. Guys, Xbox news.
Amazing.
The next Xbox One update will include mini hubs and a tool that enables you to seek out achievements that you're close to unlocking. These new tools will be first available to insiders.
I got this right now.
Cool.
I haven't messed with too much in it yet. I want to play around with it maybe tomorrow or something if I get a chance. But yeah, I got it. I got the update. So
there's also a do not disturb online status, which will stop your notifications and let your friends know that you're not available for another game or activity at the moment.
I like these.
Yeah. I feel like Xbox tweaks their dashboard too much. They just need to stop. Just stop, guys.
Nah, I like it.
You like it? You like that?
I don't like it.
Keep making it better. Keep making it better.
That's already good. Like,
yeah, but
I feel like they'll fix it if it's not broken. But
I mean,
Yeah, it did kind of.
It's not that it was broken. It's just they're adding new features and new ways for you to do what you do on Xbox, right?
So the only reason I did
want to track their achievements and stuff like that. I mean, that would have been a bigger thing on 360 for me personally. But there's still a lot of people out there that do that, you know, and want to track their achievements and, you know, and some of these others, like the Do Not Disturb feature is great. That's perfect. If you don't want, it's just like appearing offline, except you don't appear offline. You know?
Ryan, I've got a news flash for you. We already had these back on the Xbox 360 days.
We did?
No.
This is not new. This is not new at all. Yes, we did.
No, we didn't. Not the
I used to use it all the time.
Now.
And if you try to send somebody a message when they had the Do Not Disturb on, it would say, hey, this person doesn't want to be disturbed.
Shit, so just like, it wouldn't send a message?
What are you talking about?
No, you'd get a message back saying, look, asshole, can't you see they don't want to be disturbed? I swear to God. I'd probably say on YouTube. Go back. I know people that listen to me who have been on the Xbox 360 already know this. If you put it on Do Not Disturb, you will get that message. This was already a feature that was fully fleshed out on the Xbox 360. Nothing new here, people.
I didn't even remember that feature ever on the Xbox 360.
What? Are you serious? Did you not play on the Xbox 360? Hello.
Offline, but there wasn't a Do Not Disturb.
There was a couple of them. There was Do Not Disturb, and then there was Away. Or did the Away happen after you... I want to say after it was, or you'd get the idle feature. Remember that, right? If you didn't touch your Xbox or your controller for a while, it would say, it would appear to other players as your idle. Okay, that's
not Do Not Disturb though. Do Not Disturb.
You could set it to Do Not Disturb. You can go into your notifications on the Xbox 360. And
I don't remember that at all, Gunny. I'm sorry. And the other thing is the next achievement feature that's coming. There's nothing like that ever on. This is a new thing. Completely.
Yeah, you're right. So I don't know about this.
And these are things that people have been asking for. And that's what I like about them updating the dashboard like this, is it's actually stuff that people are asking for. You know, I know lots of people that'll love to do.
Can we get something that we had on the 360 on the Xbox One? Can you kind of carry that forward 3 years later? Thank you.
Well, why not?
No, I'm just saying, like, I'm saying we should have had it, so I'm glad they're finally updating it. There's a lot of fucking
things we should have had. We should have had proper voice chat when the Xbox One came out. We should have had... What else wasn't like you couldn't message somebody? I can't remember. There was a lot of shit that was fucking missing. Being able to play music in the background. There was a lot of shit that was missing.
Yeah.
You know,
I know we can go down this rabbit hole, but
it was on Xbox 360 and not on Xbox One. And I, for one, am glad that they are at least adding these features, and I'm not going to shit on them for it. You know?
Well, I'm just shaming them for waiting so long.
You shame them.
Okay, the way they presented it on Twitter. I forgot the lady's name. She works for Microsoft, and she's like, "We got some new features coming. Check this out." Like, yeah, not new at all. Okay,
we had that guy on Twitter going off on him.
I would not put anything like. I think I just pressed the heart button. Like, yeah, thanks. I'm not a troll. I would never do that. Oh, I did put on there. Can we get a Do Not Disturb feature or an Away feature to add to that? Because she even asked the question. She works with the Xbox Live team. And
so you asked for it, and now you're bitching about them putting it there?
You know what? Let me go back and just fucking troll her right now. I'm going to go back on my Twitter right now. I'm going to say, I'm just going to...
It's like troll her.
I'm going to go off on this employee.
Gunny's mad. Gunny's mad now.
Right now. I'm going to get banned from, yeah. She's going to block me on Twitter, watch. Oh, here we go. Is it Katarina Macedo? Yeah, that's the one. It was her and Aaron Greenberg. Yeah, Katarina works for Xbox Live, yeah. So, not new. But the Xbox achievements,
hey, you know,
this thing is new.
I'm not even hooked up. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to turn my fucking 360 on right now and see if there's a Do Not Disturb. Because I don't remember ever seeing Do Not Disturb. I do remember going offline, but I don't remember the Do Not Disturb. I'm not saying it's not there. I'm just saying I don't remember it.
It's always been there. I want to say it's always been there ever since I got a 360. So, yeah, and matter of fact, this week I've been 10 years with Xbox Live, guys. 10
Jesus.
whole years.
What else is in this update?
I think that's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay, we're done shitting on Microsoft.
For now.
Gunnies, I'm going to shit on Microsoft minute.
But guys, I have more news for you. More news! PUBG on the Xbox One has sold 3 million copies. That's an achievement.
Nice.
It's a big achievement. Over a million copies in the first 48 hours. Now over 3 million.
Wow.
No, that's pretty good.
Means a month they sold 3 million copies. Not bad.
Damn.
3 million copies of the brokenest game. Yay.
It's going to be huge this summer. Huge. We're going to 10 million.
It's going to be huge, guys.
In other news, Overwatch news, the Overwatch League has started. Dun, dun, dun! On the opening day, viewers peaked at over 400,000 unique viewers of the matches. And this is not including people that watched via the MLG stream. So pretty much there's 415 viewers like on Mixer, Twitch, other platforms watching this. So if you guys didn't know, the Overwatch League is that league that has like teams from cities competing against each other. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw them in Vegas.
Yeah. So new esport craze called Overwatch.
Did you guys watch any? I didn't watch it. I don't follow. Yeah, I don't follow that game.
No, me either.
I usually watch the Rainbow Six one.
Holy fuck, dude. Holy shit.
What?
It says here that a team, like one of these Overwatch League teams or whatever, cost the investors that bought the team $20 million a piece. How much are they paying these fucking guys? Holy shit. That's a lot of money. Yeah, it says here to acquire a franchise, so like a team, is $20 million.
Oh, wow.
For a video game fucking team, man. And it says here Twitch paid over $90 million for the exclusive Overwatch League broadcasting rights. So to broadcast it on Twitch, they paid $90 million to, like, you know.
Remember we talked about an article about them, how they wanted to change their pay scale from paying them per tournament to just making them like full-time employees rather than independent contractors.
Yeah, giving them like a salary or something like that.
Yeah, and I think this had to do with like advertisers for gaming peripherals and stuff like that, where basically it was one person on the team making $800,000 a year, and the other. Well,
that's different though. A particular person can have a sponsor, right? If someone wants to sponsor that person, then that money goes to them, not to the team.
Well, okay, that was the thing about the article, is where they wanted to say, hey, we own that person or whatever.
Yeah, they own the person.
You know what I mean? So they wanted to make that, basically the company that owned this team wanted to cash in.
Yeah.
That's what it was, so, yeah.
Overwatch League, guys, is in full effect. If you're interested in watching it, go watch it. But yeah, I mean, they say that 100,000 viewers more than any other Overwatch event they've ever had. So,
wow.
Did you read this article, Jesus?
Which one?
It's one I'm highlighting right now.
Yes.
Oh, you did? I missed it. I must have been away.
You were away.
Did you giggle?
Yes. Mr. Butts. And the last piece of news I have here, second to last, the Xbox One Duke controller will be coming. Guys, are you interested?
Ooh, no. I'm not a controller.
I never liked the
collector.
It's coming in March for $70.
I have tiny hands, man. I have little hands.
You have little hands?
The big fat Duke controller was never felt good in my hands.
I had big hands. It'd probably be good for me, but
I loved when they made the S. When they made the S, I was like, oh, this is so much better. And that's pretty much the controller that they had ever since. You know what I mean? It's been iterations of that controller ever since.
Yeah, I like the S2, and I never had a Duke.
I did. Those were fucking beast controllers, man. But anyways, it's coming for $70 in March. If you guys are interested.
And that's for the Xbox One, right?
Yeah.
It's an Xbox One guts inside it, right?
Yeah, and on the instead of having like the logo sticker in the middle, it has like an LED screen that boots up the logo when you turn it on.
That's cool.
Which is why I'm assuming why it costs $70 fucking instead of like $55 or whatever a controller costs nowadays. But there's that, guys. See here, one more piece of news. Almost one more piece of news.
Where are you getting this news from? This is a news machine news.
Oh, no, it's not letting me read the article because it's not liking my blocker. Fuck you. Fuck
Grab it.
You're done. In other news, the last piece of... Yeah.
Tetris?
The last piece of news. Yeah. Guys. Wait, whoa, this lady plans to marry Tetris? What the fuck?
What?
Sure, I need to read
Who's
this.
Tetris? Is that a guy?
Hold on, let me disable my blocker, guys. My blocker.
Yeah, this friggin' crap.
I'll just read the headline here. What is objectum sexuality? 20-year-old woman plans to marry video game Tetris after ending affair with calculator.
Yes, that's right, Gunny. A young woman from Orlando, Florida plans to get married to the video game Tetris in a legitimate ceremony. Nourul Majabin claims that she is emotionally attracted to inanimate objects and has finally fallen for Tetris. She plans to marry Tetris after graduating from the University of Florida. I can't believe she went to college. Jesus fucking Christ. What's the world coming to? She says, quote, I think Tetris is so beautiful. He is about perfection, and he stimulates your mind. Physically, I get that feeling that people in relationships get, that you know they are the right one. The 20-year-old math genius told The Sun. Majabin identifies with objectum sexuality, which means she is attracted to objects in a romantic and sexual way. She claims that she has a strong connection with the game and wants to be called Mrs. Tetris after the marriage. She says, quote, I love him so much and get an immense sense of satisfaction with him. I have a strong connection with him and have invested so much in him. I want to say I'm married to Tetris and have a legitimate ceremony. I want everybody to be there. I feel like that would be an official thing, which would set it in stone and say, I love you and want to prove it to you by making it permanent and calling myself Mrs. Tetris.
No. What's wrong with people in this world?
To prove her love for the game, the U.S. woman has Tetris printed t-shirts and necklaces, Tetris-shaped lamps and magnets, and even a rare Tetris hard drive with which she shares her bed. But before falling for Tetris, she claimed she enjoyed a physical relationship with the calculator called Pierre. I was so in love with Pierre. I can't describe how much I was in love. Can you read this without laughing? It was indescribably strong. I took him to my prom, and I just felt an explosion inside me like a wildfire was raging in my heart. I was doing an advanced statistic course at high school, and I saw them, the calculators, and thought, that's really sexy. Around the time I fell in love with Pierre, I had a strong attraction to math and a fetish for geometry. Who the fuck has a fetish for geometry? Shit. I called myself Fractal. I was obsessed. She also claimed she touched and licked the buttons of the calculator to enjoy sexual pleasure. The feel of his buttons on the trackpad. I loved running my finger over that, and I used my tongue to touch his buttons. I like generating random numbers. Multiplied.
I'm going to see next week showing her killing her math teacher with a like the calculator.
No, her love.
You know, I mean,
guys, though her love was only one-sided, she claims her relationship with the calculator was, quote, intellectual. After that, she had a crush on a GPS system. She says, I had no idea why, but I would get really shy around GPS, or whenever anybody mentioned them. I was obsessed. I would always try and make an excuse to use the GPS in the car.
Yes,
and I would
tell me where to go.
It close.
Tell me where to go.
I would do anything to try and touch it and hear its voice.
Oh, God.
It made me feel really happy. Majabine, who prefers to be called Fractal Tetris Hurricane, said, oh man, this is like a real... This
is a joke. It's not.
A person who went to college. Fuck. What the fuck? God. I just
Fractal Tetris Harukin.
So guys, listen, I when I play Flappy Bird, I get a raging boner. It doesn't mean that I'm going to go marry.
Am I in love with PUBG?
Maybe you should.
Should I marry?
Okay. Then
should I marry PUBG?
Switching my screen and the keys on my keyboard and doing stuff with the mouse.
You don't like it?
That I'm not going to say on the show. So,
okay, Gunny.
Do you identify?
Is she mentally ill, or is she just fucking out of her mind? Does she just need to get laid?
Gunny, do you identify with objectable?
Man, people are weird. You know, people are fucking weird. There was a dude that like fucking had sex with cars because he had sort of the same thing where he was like fucking, I'm attracted to this car, and he would fucking stick his dick up the tailpipe. You know, it's fucking stupidness. It's really weird, but there's people out there that do this shit.
So weird. So fucking... God.
All right, Jesus. Are we out of this news now? This was a bad news cycle.
This is a weird news cycle. Actually, no, hold on. One more piece of news, guys. Horrible Gamers news.
Yay.
What?
Horrible Gamers news time. Breaking news coming in here. Apparently, Horrible Gamers podcast will start a new podcast. What?
What?
Yes, people.
Breaking
yes.
news.
So basically, I got together with Ryan and the Canadian. Well, Ryan is the Canadian. Ryan and the other guy, Henley Merrill, Gunny Chief, and I talked to him and I was like, guys, we need to start doing more shows, like shows all the time.
Because our shows aren't long enough.
Because we need longer shows.
More of them.
So
longer, more often.
We're gonna do 3 6-hour shows every week from now on.
No, not necessarily. But I wanted to do a show for the community by the community guys. So basically, the Horrible Gamers podcast community. If you are a gamer and you listen to our show, and you want to come on anytime, we will feature you in our Spotlight show. The Spotlight show will be a show that's about a certain specific person. And it's just about that person, what they do, the things they do. We'll talk about you, the games you like, the things you hate, the things you love. What made you play video games, why you hate them, and maybe why you really, really, really like them. Maybe you're addicted. We don't know. We might discover that on the show. But yes, my first candidate for this was Wingman. Mark from this Xbox Live podcast, he was my guinea pig for the test run. I'll have this show up possibly tonight. It depends on
no, not tonight.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry, not tonight, guys. I'll have it up Sunday night or something. I don't know, Wednesday.
I think
Tuesday
or Wednesday, I think would be good.
Tuesday. I'll have it up Tuesday. How about that,
Oh, jeez. Pick a day already.
Tuesday evening, like the Canadians say. I'll have it up then. It will be on your feed, the same feed as Horrible Gamers podcast. It'll be just under like a slightly different name. It'll say like HGP Spotlight January or something like that. And then if you're interested in doing this, email us at feedback@horriblegamers.com or just reach out to any of us. Like reach out to Ryan on his Xbox or Steam or PlayStation, or Gunny on Xbox and Steam, or me on Xbox or whatever. Just message us. Be like, hey, I want to do this. I want to be part of the show. Or Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah, we're in the group.
We're in the group. Just message us.
And if you, the community, like it, or you want to hear specific certain things, let us know the feedback. Feedback@horriblegamers.com. It's an email address you can always email us at. And we still have more content planned coming for you soon. We plan to do Horrible Gamers Extra podcast. This will be a topic-heavy podcast, which will be focused on a certain specific topic for that show, the entirety of the show. They might not be as long as 6 hours. We're sorry. But they will be very focused on that topic. We won't talk about what we've been playing. We won't talk about nothing else. We're just going to talk about that thing, whatever it may be. Multiplayer games, whatever, online gaming, Xbox, PlayStation, PC, Nintendo, a certain game. Maybe we're going to spoil the shit out of Assassin's Creed or something. We'll do it. And those will be coming to you soon. Unconfirmed release date. Just yet. Unconfirmed.
Stay tuned.
Unconfirmed release date. But yes, guys, we plan to bring more content to you. And guess what?
It's free!
Yay! No paywall, guys.
No loot boxes.
No loot boxes, no microtransactions.
We're not going to lock it behind microtransactions. You don't have to pay us $2 or $3 or $4 or $5 a month to unlock this content. You just get it for free. You don't even have to pay us $1.
Please read the fine print at the bottom.
But if you do want to give us $1 or $2 or $3 or $10 or $5, don't we have a PayPal account?
Mail it to me.
Mail it to me.
Mail it to me. Snail mail it.
Money order
mail it to me up in Canada.
Money orders to Gunny's house.
and you have to exchange your money into Canadian.
Yeah. I think we do have a PayPal. I have to dig that up somewhere. We have it somewhere.
Yeah. I was just fucking around at it. But yeah.
Yeah, you know what to do, guys. Gift us games on Xbox or something. I don't know. Figure it out if you want to pay us back. But you don't have to. All we need from you is to share the show with your friends, your family, and as many people as possible. Leave us reviews on iTunes and all that good stuff. And that's the greatest payment we could receive from you guys.
Get your grandmother to listen to HGP.
That's right.
She'll love it.
She'll love it. Get her high. Give her drugs. And tell her to listen to us. It'll be good.
What is that? Were you guys talking about that 97-year-old woman winning, I don't know, what was it, PUBG or was it?
She won PUBG? What?
Yeah, it was like the PUBG. No, freaking the game we were talking about with the tournament today.
Overwatch?
Overwatch, wasn't it? No, maybe it was PUBG. I don't know. She was 97.
Fuck.
She was badass.
Good for her.
That's a badass right there, dude. We're beating people in those games.
I remember seeing that like 90-something-year-old grandma that played World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
She was funny, too.
She would talk shit. Like, fuck you.
Yeah, just watching her play was freaking hilarious. I don't even think she realized that people could hear her, but she would, like, just be yelling at the screen and, you know, fucking
I don't even think she knew she was streaming. She was just like, I'm just playing the game.
Yeah.
Awesome, guys. But yes, that was the big news from us, coming very soon. I feel like the first show, it was okay. Kind of winged it, honestly.
Awkward, just kind of a one-on-one.
Of course you winged it.
Yeah, I mean, but it was cool. We'll see how it goes. I'll let you guys listen to it. I can give you guys the files early. Get a sneak peek.
Ooh, exclusive.
Exclusive.
Wait for
Get
it.
early access.
I want to hear it done. I'll hear it on the feed like everybody else.
Normal people, like normies.
I would have joined you, Jesus, but you fucking messaged me at like 12 o'clock at night. I was already in bed.
Yeah, that's when Wingman wanted to get on, man. Like, I was like, what? You crazy bastard? Like, we're at midnight? What the fuck? It was 9 my time.
If you would have done it Saturday morning.
It was only 9 o'clock our time.
Yeah, exactly. But it's fucking midnight for me.
I was brushing my teeth. I was ready. I was already in the bed, but
bed. You brush your teeth and go to bed.
Guys,
controller was put away, nice and tidy.
Guys,
what? Jesus, go.
I need you guys for the extra show, so you guys better be there. We need to figure this out somehow. Anyways,
time.
Questions.
Saturday afternoon, Sunday.
Right now after the show. Questions. Gunny, do we have questions from the community?
We have 2 questions. We have one Facebook question here from Alexander Gorpek. He says, please touch on the Nintendo Switch latest rumors. What's going on with Nintendo, guys? Well, no, they're not rumors anymore, right?
No, I guess there was a Nintendo Direct, Nintendo Direct Mini, it was called. And they showed off a bunch of stuff. You got to see new content for Mario Odyssey, which is like this hiding balloons game where you hide balloons, and then you can also search for the balloons. So you'll also be searching for other people's hidden balloons. So it's like it comes down to how well you know the levels, and you can hide in little spots and blah, 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 blah. So that was kind of neat, but I don't know. It didn't really appeal to me personally. Kind of a cool thing, but I don't see it blowing up or anything like that. There was the World Ends With You is getting a remaster and coming to the Switch. But that's what it was called, right? The World Ends With You?
The World Ends With You, yeah.
Yeah. It was an old DS game, and they're remastering it for the Switch. What else? Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze is coming to the Switch.
That's a good one.
I'm excited about that. I've always fucking loved the Donkey Kong Country games. There is a new Mario Tennis coming. That looks all right, I guess, if you like Mario Tennis. What am I missing, Jesus?
Is Hollow Knight coming? Hollow Knight, right?
Big news.
Or it's already out.
Payday 2.
That stupid game. Oh, yeah, that's right. Payday 2 is coming to the Switch.
It's not going to do very well on the Switch, I don't think.
No, I don't think so either. That game, YS or whatever, Yes.
Yeah.
There's a new one of those coming to the Switch.
Pokemon, tournament.
Poke thing tournaments. There's new characters coming to the Poke tournaments thingy.
Been online.
Yeah. What was that? Kirby Battle Royale?
Oh yeah, the Kirby Battle Royale where I was like,
Switch.
yeah, drop 100 Kirbys on an island. See what happens. But that's not what it is, guys.
No,
it was
not at
just
all.
when I saw Kirby Battle Royale, I was like, oh boy, wouldn't that be funny if they did the PUBG thing and it was all Kirbys.
That'd be crazy.
He just had a bunch of pink Kirbys running around a fucking island trying to kill each other.
What else? Oh, I guess the big one was...
That actually worked. You drop
fun.
on the island and you pick up power-ups and your different power-ups.
Yeah.
You could suck people in and shit. It'd be fun. Fuck. Do it, Nintendo. Fuck it.
Nintendo.
Hell yeah.
Fuck it. Why
Go
not?
for it.
Another big one was the Dark Souls Remastered.
Right. Dark Souls Remastered.
Coming to Switch.
And the Donkey Kong is coming to Mario and Rabbids.
Yeah.
So there's new content for that coming too. So they keep pushing out new content for these games, which is good. And it looks like they've got a couple of new things coming and a couple of old things. So cool, I guess.
Cool. Yeah.
I mean, that was pretty much the gist of what I saw that I cared about anyways.
Good stuff. Coming to the Switch. Sweet. Next question is from Brian Tulp Jr. He asked if we can go back to school to change jobs. What would it be for?
Oh,
go back to school.
I don't know.
Let's see. Change careers?
Because if I knew, I would be doing it. Because I would love a fucking career change right now.
Yeah, man. I think I would like to go... I'm not big on driving. But, I would love to have one of those, just one of those stay-at-home jobs where I could just work for the PC from home. That would be sweet. Then I'd be able to game more. So, yeah. Even if I made the same amount of money, I'd still do it. That would be awesome.
Working from home would be nice.
Yeah. Just kind of having that 9 to 5 thing.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Whatever
kind of
IT. Yeah, IT work.
But yeah. I would. You know what? I would if I was young enough and I still had the time, I would have gone into game development. But I mean, even that is shitty. I mean, it's not good. It's bad work. It's fucking. It's hard work. You work your fucking ass off and you don't get a lot of recognition and you get fired really easily. You're moving from job to job constantly. So I mean, that's not great either. So. But I don't know.
That's why I would think it would be good to just have something steady. steady paycheck as far as worked for a big company.
Yeah, I don't know what I would have done, man. Honestly, I don't know. I always wanted to fly airplanes, like big airplanes, not like little planes, like big ones, like the big airplanes you see, like people traveling. I always wanted to do that. If I go back,
757s and shit
yeah,
like
man.
that.
If I could get be an airline pilot like that, that'd be fucking cool as shit. I just think that's so cool.
You know what, Jesus? Before I moved in with Kathy, I lived with a guy that worked for Air Canada.
Really?
And that's what he did. He just flew all over the place. And he was only doing like short flights. He was just doing like, from Toronto to New York or from Toronto to, LA or, just short little jaunts.
Little hops.
But it was awesome for me because I rented a room from him, but he was never there.
He was always gone.
So the house was all mine, and he was a good guy too, man. I love that guy. He was awesome. He saved me when I was in a shitty place. So, but yeah, he before that he used to fly all over the place, and it was cool. And he had this big map on the wall, and he had pins in every single place that he had ever been, every single airport that he had ever flown to. And it was fucking cool to see like all the pins, you know what I mean? Like every place that he had ever been, And like every once in a while I'd go and find a pin and be like, okay, what happened here? Yeah. And he would tell me like a story about fucking flying there and what happened.
That's fucking cool. That's what I wanted to do, man. I always loved big airplanes. Ever since I was a kid, I loved them.
My dad actually flew small aircraft. All the time. So I got to fly like small aircraft when I was a kid.
That's fucking cool.
Because my dad would say to me, like, what happens if I'm up here? You know what I mean? And I have a heart attack.
Yeah. What
are you going to do? You need to know how to fly the plane. So I've never got my license, but I can fly small aircraft.
Canadian
Cessna I've flown a Cessna 172 and a Cessna and a Cub. The Cub was actually on floats because my dad lived up north where there was a lake, and he would just fucking fly his plane into the lake, fucking pull right up into his backyard.
That's fucking cool, man.
That would be cool to live somewhere like that.
That'd be fucking legit.
Be surreal.
Like
and then in the winter, he'd put skis on it, and it would freeze over, and he'd just land on the ice and pull right into his fucking backyard. I actually to go on a fucking bit of a tangent here. One time I was out skidooing, and the throttle cable broke on the skidoo, and my dad had to fucking drive his plane out to tow the skidoo back to his house. Well, it was pretty funny.
Damn.
But, anyways.
Sounds awesome. But yeah, that's what I would have wanted to do. And if I would have known that esports would have been such a fucking phenomenon, dude, I would have gotten good at a certain game. I would have just played that game forever. Ever. But that's so hard. I think we're too old.
Yeah.
We're too old for that.
Not only that, even back in the day, I've always been this kind of gamer where I just jump from game to game to game to game to game.
Yeah.
I could never sit on something and focus on it that much.
These guys legitimately, if you look at esports, dude, these fucking kids play that one game, and that's all they know. If you threw him on, if you threw an Overwatch player into Call of Duty, he would probably suck. He probably wouldn't be the worst, but he wouldn't be good.
I don't know if he'd suck.
He wouldn't.
There's still a lot of similar. Yeah,
but he wouldn't be as good as a Call of Duty esports player. They would destroy them. Yeah. I mean, it's just these guys practice so much on that one game, and it's incredible to watch them. And I think it's kind of funny how back in the day, my parents used to always say, "Video games will get you nowhere. They're fucking waste of time." Look at it now, man. People are making a living off of this shit. Yeah, it's crazy.
Look at me now, right?
No, don't look at me. Don't look at me. I'm not making money on this podcast, but
exactly right.
Look at esports.
I'm doing a podcast that does.
Guys, I was watching one of my streamers who I watch at least 4 nights a week, and he was saying how that when he did MMO gaming like Dota 2 and WoW, he said pretty much during a 5-6 year stint where he said I only had 2 games installed on Steam, and and then the other, whichever one uses the freaking WoW, that's the other engine or whatever he was using as a service. He said he had like a PS2 or whatever, brand new. He never even plugged it in. I only played 3 games just to learn freaking Dota 2 and, whatever other MMO he was playing. Like, that's crazy to just think that you can just play one game for that long. I got to play multiple games myself, whether it be racers or shooters.
Yeah, it would be kind of boring. Yeah, like to play one game over and over and over and over. But there's people that do it, man. I don't know.
Yeah, it's nutty.
But, yep, that's it. Let us know what you would want to change your career to in the Horrible Gamers Facebook group. Let us know, people. I want to know what your careers are and what you want to change them to, because why not? It'd be cool to work from home, though, man. Cool to just wake up, be in your pajamas, and log into your computer all fucking half asleep.
And you're like, oh, shit, I got a meeting on Skype. Yeah. I gotta get dressed. I gotta put at least a shirt on.
Put on like a dress shirt and a tie real quick, and I'm like
still wearing like your underwear. I hope I don't have to get up to go to the bathroom or anything.
That'd be so fucking funny.
God, I'd have a bedpan right there, Like, I don't even want to leave
that mic for a second.
My little home office.
Mute the mic and you'll be good.
You just have a little fucking urinal installed on the floor in front of you.
There you go.
Just let it hang out.
Yeah, why not, eh? But guys, that's it. That's it for the show. That's all I have. That's all the news. That's all the questions. That's all the games we played.
Going 6 hours tonight?
No 6 hours tonight. No, just a little over 2 hours, if that.
Yeah.
Guys, with that being said, it's the end of the Horrible Gamers podcast. Find me on Xbox Live. You know where to find me. Gamertag Jesus Walks a Lot. I'll be on there playing more PUBG. If I can ever get away from this game, it's just too damn addicting. Got gaming disorder.
Start playing.
That's why it stopped working.
You need to get back to Overwatch. You need to get back to Overwatch or the Fortnite Battle Royale.
Something different. Yeah, I'm just
get back on it.
Too much PUBG first person mode has me hooked. But yeah, guys, where can we find you, Canadian?
You can find me on Xbox Live, Steam, and PSN under Gib8777.
You guys can find me on Xbox Live and Steam under Gunny Chief. Also on Twitter's Gunny Chief. One word. Let's play some PUBG. Yeah, some Fortnite.
What does Gidget say, Jesus?
We finished early tonight. Peace out, Brussels sprouts. We'll see you next week on the next edition of the Horrible Gamers podcast. Let us know what you think of the Spotlight. We love you.
Yeah,
bye.
Feedback.
Your controllers and go to bed.
Bye-bye.
Guys, I'm going to use the restroom. I'll be back.
Okay, I guess so. You go use the restroom, Gunny.
I wish I could have one of you guys for the extra shows. That'd be so cool, man.
I can't do it, motherfucker. What are you doing, Gunny?
Thinking. I'm thinking.
What you thinking about, buddy?
Oh, I was just thinking about a game.
What game are you thinking about?
My brain's still stuck on... Well, I was playing They Are Billions today. Oh, there you go. Like Comcast.
What?
Community Spotlight.
Excuse me?
I think that's what Comcast called them.
What you say?
Fuck, you compared me to Comcast, honey?
Fuck.
Yeah, Comcast used to... I think that's what they used to use.
What do you mean that's what they used to use?
Comcast Spotlight. Or a Community Spotlight, I think.
For what?
I don't know, like some kind of like... something like... That was years ago, though. They used to use that.
Hip-hop hooray.
Oh, hey, ho, hey, ho.
Hip-hop.
You want that real talk?
Hip hop, hop, hip hop, hip hop, hop, hop. Gangsta.
Turn that one up. Some real hip-hop.
Gangsta.
You down with OPP? Yeah, you know me.
Why would I want to know how to garden my own garden?
Dude, you know how to grow plants, don't you?
I don't know how to grow plants. Why would I need to know how to grow plants?
You just go buy your Mary Jane, or you don't grow it?
Fuck no, I don't grow it. What the fuck's wrong with you? Who grows that shit?
Not me.
Convince me there.
Ryan has a whole room dedicated to lights and irrigation and
I wish
skylights and
whole room, huh, Canadian?
It'd be nice. It's the dream. It's the dream.
But can you imagine if they started gaming with like the Asian zone of the world and like, gaming with Japanese people? They'd be cussing each other out all day.
Right.
Fuck you! No, fuck you!
No, fuck you! No, I understand you.
Your mother.
Yeah, like you're traveling through space and you're really hot and your mind just going through space. Floating with your cat.
Oh man, it's so cool. Out here in space, man. I got my cat here. He's just chilling with me and we're just flying through space, man. It's the best thing ever. I didn't like that one, Jesus, to be honest with you.
Okay. Okay.
It was too synthy, I think. 280s synth. God. I gotta tell you a story. This one time,
Eric's music.
when I was a little boy.
Yeah, that doesn't sound sad.
That sounds sad.
No.
But it's like inspiring at the same time. It was like, it was sad, but you're gonna get out of it.
There you go. There you go.
It's like when the boxer's about to go down the ring and they're doing the count.
All slow motion.
and his trainer's about to throw in the towel, but he's like, no, don't throw it in. I can get back
Oh my
up.
God, man!
There's still hope.
No! Oh, fuck.
I'm gonna do my Snoop Dogg. D-O-double-G.
What?
I'm smoking a blunt. Let's knock off this silliness.
No, Gunny, we're about to get sillier.
Oh, yeah. All right.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Horrible Gamers Podcast.
No.
That was uninspiring.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Horrible Gamers Podcast. Episode number 1 something.
Here we are again.
80 something.
I don't know. We're just doing an episode.